Creating highly sensitive explosives in his own backyard. That's what the Torrance County Sheriff says a man was doing for years. He passed away over a month ago, and his dangerous toys were sitting in the cold ever since until someone stumbled across them. News 13's Scott Daniels is just back from Torrance County with the story. Scott?
Tim, the New Year's Eve fireworks came early for south of Estancia as the state bomb squad detonated experimental explosives. This isn't just a residence. The Torrance County Sheriff says this was an explosive manufacturing plant, something he's never seen before.
We're not talking a small little lab. We have high dollar equipment and large production equipment inside his lab.
Sheriff Heath White says the landlord of this property walked into this mess Friday morning, finding the two buildings behind the home contained a full lab and a storage full of chemicals. She called local authorities who brought out the big guns, including the FBI, the ATF, and the National Guard.
It's an eye-opening experience when you walk in.
Dangerous chemicals, partially conducted experiments, and dangerous reactants, all used to blow stuff up.
It's very scary. Estancia Valley used to be, and the reason I moved out here was because it was a very safe place.
Neighbors say they didn't know the man who lived here. Police say it was 80-year-old Michael O'Keefe, a former Sandia Lab scientist who specialized in high explosives. He even used to make explosions for the movies. He retired in the 80s, and according to the sheriff, his family claims O'Keefe held onto his passion until he passed away last month.
Our best guess is that he was still doing what he enjoyed.
What remained of his hobby caused a lockdown on Highway 41. Neighbors were told to evacuate. State police dressed in protective gear manually disarmed the explosives because their robot couldn't get through the 2 feet of snow. Police say this box out in the open appeared to be broken into. It's where O'Keefe housed his finished products.
The locks were broken off, and the finished product was still inside. Nothing had been moved.
Sheriff White says that's a good thing because the explosives were sensitive to vibrations and even heat.
Anybody that would have moved it would have ended real bad for them.
Because the explosives are considered experimental, investigators aren't quite sure of what kind of damage they could do. The Torrance County Sheriff says there has never been a run-in with O'Keefe before, and there's no evidence that he ever detonated his experiments on the property or anywhere in the area. Tim, back to you.
Okay, Scott, the sheriff says Highway 41 could be closed until tomorrow or even Monday as they eliminate the rest of the explosive devices.